Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. Happy Father's Day to any fathers that are out there watching this video. Happy Father's Day to you. It is Sunday and I'm here to talk about Ready to Love. Now I know I'm a few days late, but I was in Atlanta, so forgive me again. It's the summertime and I will be traveling a little bit throughout the summer. If you hear a loud clicking noise picking up on the microphone in the background, that is my ice maker. It is on its last leg. I have been punching it, slapping it, kicking it. I don't know what to do with that ice maker. I think it's just about time for me and my husband to get a new refrigerator. So pardon the background noise. I pray it's not picking up too much, but I can hear it. So I'm sure you all can hear it and it's aggravating. But let's get into this video. This video is going to be short and sweet because the episode was long, but it was sweet. It didn't give too much drama. I want to see what's going to happen next week with these parents, but let's just pick it up because again, my eyes are rolling and I'm just ready to see the reunion. I want to know who is still together because I already know who's going to end up together. It's pretty much clear. I just want to know who's still together, and Jason better not break Leah's heart. But let's get into it. So we open it up with Kyra and AJ still holding hands. And ultimately, AJ changed his mind. He was like, never mind, I'm about to get rid of Alexis. No, Kyra, you got to stay. I don't know what Kyra's... It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, I do feel like... I said Jason, but I meant AJ. Y'all know I will flip some names in a second. I feel like maybe AJ really does like Kyra and he just didn't want... It's clear he likes Kyra way more than Alexis, so I don't know why he was even tittling with keeping Alexis around over Kyra. Who cares who Jason picked? But everybody just wants to be chose. No one wants to stick their neck out there and say, I like you, I want you. And if the other person says, nah, being okay, well, at least I tried. You know, nobody wants to stick their neck out there, their foot out there. No one wants to take a chance. Everyone just wants to be chose. So he has to go now hold Alexis' hand. And Alexis in the confessional just think she getting ready to get chosen. I'm like, poor Alexis. You just don't know. And Alexis, for some reason, is upset that AJ said, boo, you not ready for love. Alexis, just 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago, AJ was in your bottom. You was ready for AJ to take his ass home. And you was upset that AJ stayed for Kyra. You did not want AJ. But now all of a sudden, because your man right here, Ron, don't want to worship God the way you worship God, and you had to let that go, and I ain't mad at you for letting that go. But now, AJ, I've always picked you. I've always chose you, AJ. No, you haven't. You've chosen everybody but AJ. First, you wanted Jason. Jason ain't want your ass because he was like, I coached the son. I can't see past the parent, mom of the child. I can't get past it. I don't want to do it. So I feel like Alexis really, really wanted Jason. But Jason was the only man that said, I don't want you. And so then you got your claws into Ron and you felt like you was Miss Thang because you were number one over freaking frat, which we ain't going back to freaking frat, but you felt like you were all that because Ron was picking you over them, when ultimately, I bet you at this, I'm willing to put money on it, Ron is going to be with one of them freaking frats at the reunion, because that's ultimately who he wanted. He was just playing around with you, and then now all of a sudden you clinched into AJ and like, oh, I always wanted AJ. Yeah, you probably want to fuck AJ like everybody else, but I ain't seen you talk about anything of substance with AJ. I never seen you talk to him about, you know, being around your child. You never talked to him about the religious thing like you talked to about Ron. And then all of a sudden when you got broken up with, now God got my back, who's for me, can't no weapon fall, whatever scriptures you was putting out there, girl, I don't remember because I ain't taking no notes. But now all of a sudden you the first lady again, quoting all the scriptures, and God got you a boo. Now, yes, God do got you a boo somewhere, but you need to check yourself and be real with yourself. It's like we done seen all the many faces and personalities of Miss Fly. Bye, girl. I'm happy Alexis is gone. So let's move on to the episode. Now we got 4 distinct couples. Everybody coupled up. Tommy said, let's go be intimate. Let's quit playing at the thought of relationship and let's go see if you can be in a relationship. Go be a couple. So we're going to talk about these 4 dates and make it quick. Up first, Joelle and Vernicia. They ain't talk about too much. Vernicia cooked him some food. It still looked like Joelle is not interested in Vernicia to me. And that's just Angie. That's why it's Kiss My Cheeks TV. It's just my opinion. Some of y'all agree, some of y'all disagree, and I love to talk about it in the comments. Joelle looks like he just wants to be on this TV show. He's doing his best acting with Vernicia. Vernicia wants Joelle, and I would hate to see him break her heart because she's clearly in that type of relationship where one loves the other way more than the other. Like, whenever they kiss, Vernicia is the one initiating the kiss. Vernicia is the one grabbing his face, grabbing his body. I ain't see Joelle touch Vernicia one time this episode, and you telling me this is the intimacy episode and you can't even touch this woman? Yeah, you returned the kiss and you let her peck you on the lip, but hell, I kiss my son on the cheek like that. Like, have a good day at work. You know, it's no passion there. I don't see any passion. I do see chemistry. I do see them getting along, but it seemed friendship level to me. But let's move on to Jason and Liz. I like Jason and Liz. You know, Liz, both of them are on my star list, my star castmates from the beginning of the season. Jason is playing games to me, but I do think, we're going to get to this at the end, I do think he wants to be with Liz, and I feel like he did choose Liz weeks ago. But we're going to get to this at the end. My other opinion. The main part of this is he gives Liz a white rose, and I thought it was sweet. And he told Liz, I've only ever given a white rose to my mom and my stepmom, no other woman. And I was like, oh, but then it's like, I keep thinking of those tweets, and maybe some people said it in the comments of, you know, Liz and them look like he dating his mom. And I just can't get that out of my head. Just because Liz is so more mature, not even older. She's only a few years older than him. But the way she carries herself is so much more mature than Jason. Like, Jason is still a little bit childish to me, but when he broke down and told Liz, I'm giving you this white rose because you are pure and your purity deserves to be courted. You deserve love. And Liz started crying. I was just like, Jason, you better not fuck over Liz. Like, you better not fuck over her. You up here doing, this is sweet. This is romantic. This is the gushy, mushy stuff I love to see on my TV screen. You better not hurt Liz. Like, you didn't have to do all this. You didn't have to do all this if your intentions wasn't real. So I'm hoping his intentions aren't real and he's just not doing this for the cameras. But I love to see it with Jason and Liz. They hugged and kissed. The way Jason kisses Liz is the way Joelle should be kissing Vernicia. The way Jason grabs and holds on to Liz is the way Joelle should be doing to Vernicia. Joelle doesn't do that. But moving on. Them two out the way. The main thing with KG and Amber... KG and Amber are the ones who we really, you know, was rooting for. We thought they were the realest since the show started. But KG drops the bomb that he's celibate and that he wants 5 kids. Amber said, boo, I can give you 1. I'm the DA. I ain't got time to be popping out baby after baby after baby after baby. I got to put these criminals in jail. You know, I don't see it. As of now, I don't see it for Amber and KG. I think that little retreat opened my eyes to Amber. Amber is dating around and she's having a good time. The celibacy is hard to get over, especially when you've been fucking for a while. When you used to having some good sex and some good orgasms, you don't want to sit still and talk about to marriage, because I might not marry your ass and I ain't got time to be dry for 5 years and then we don't even walk down the aisle. So, you know, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I'm speaking, this is my opinion. I'm with Amber on that, but Amber said something about she gonna try to change him or change his mind, and I feel like that's what Jason gonna try to do with Liz. Don't do that. If someone has a conviction of being celibate, if you don't want to be celibate, don't be with that person. Don't come over here messing with people's convictions and testing them and trying to tempt them and all that. No, ma'am. If you want to go fuck, go over there and fuck AJ. Because AJ looked like he ready to fuck somebody. But anyway, that's I ain't have to put that on AJ. That's KG and Amber. I just don't see it for them no more. I think it's very surface level now. I don't think beyond the surface that they match up, and I feel like they're gonna leave the show together, but at the reunion they're gonna be apart. That's why I can't wait to see it. Anyway, let's get over to the last couple, and I'm barely calling them a couple. Like, they hanging on by the thinnest of a thread. Like, we shouldn't even call them a couple. Just the last two people left on the show. They ain't have nobody else to be with. AJ and Kyra. I don't even remember what AJ and Kyra did. It was bullshit, because at the end of the day, Kyra was still talking about, I still got to decide if I even want to be with AJ. Like, I don't even know, because once I get married, I only plan on getting married once. Ma'am, this man was not proposing to you. This man was not offering you a hand in marriage. He was just offering you an opportunity to stay on the show. And I just can't pick, because when I pick my husband, he's not trying to marry you. He's really just trying to get in your pants. He's been waiting 4 years to correct his screw up and get in your pants. He really, if he would have swiped his debit card that night and it would have went through, you all wouldn't even be here, because he would have been hit it and quit it and moved on. Kyra, you are beautiful. I don't like the game you playing. It's very clear that you want Jason, because you still talking about, I gotta get some things straight with Jason, and I ain't finished. Jason already made his pick, boo. He don't want you. Move on. If you don't want AJ, go home. You should have went home, because I feel like now you're embarrassing yourself. You are the queen of the show. You were the one that everybody wanted, but this is an example where you held your cards so close. You wanted to be the one to eliminate all the men. I don't want you. I don't want you. No, I don't want you. You want to tell everybody who you don't want, that you couldn't even open your mouth to say, okay, well, bitch, who do you want then? And you played yourself. Now your man is over here with Miss Pure. AJ, you playing yourself. You done saved Kyra just so Kyra could figure out what's going on with Jason. Because Kyra's goal was to take Liz from Jason. She just didn't accomplish that goal. Let's move on to the ladies round table. You know, they all talking about all that hot shit. But the main thing I heard from this, Liz, you threw it out there. Oh, because Liz did ask Jason. Let's go back to Liz and Jason for one quick second. Liz did ask Jason at that date, and I really did like they date, but it was a very valid question. She was like, if Kyra would have picked you at the ranch, would you have picked Kyra that night? And Jason was like, if Kyra would have picked me at the ranch, we would still be sitting here right now. I picked you weeks ago. A part of me believes that, but it's one of those, I can say that because it never happened, so we'll never know. Like, she ain't picked me, so I can say whatever the fuck I want to say because it didn't happen. I think Jason would have left with Kyra. I do. A part of me, but Jason and Kyra gave me the Joelle vibes as well. Like, Jason, like, at the ranch, he kissed Kyra on the forehead. He kisses Liz all in the mouth. He grabs onto Liz's body and passionately kisses her. He forehead kissed Kyra like this. There you go. But if Kyra would have said, I picked you, would he would have kissed in the mouth? We don't know. It's one of those what ifs. Anyway, so at the table, Liz had to put it in Kyra's face like, look, I asked Jason, he said he picked me weeks ago, so I don't know what you're talking about. And Kyra brings up the valid point of, well, if he picks you weeks ago, why he in the ranch want me to pick? Why he care who I pick? If he already picked you, he should have dropped me, and that is a fact. Liz, I know it's been 17 years since you've been out there in the dating world. You can't go by these men's words. You got to go by their actions. His actions said he ain't picked Kyra 2 weeks ago. Matter of fact, he done told Kyra, because we about to get to the side conversation in a second. But his actions were showing you, like, he's still over here talking about you need to choose. Why she need to choose if he already chose? You better watch your man's actions. Actions. Fuck these words. Men to tell you anything. But let's get on to the last date of the night. The last date of the night is Kyra had just had to meet up with Jason, and like I said, I felt like she was trying to get Jason back. This was her opportunity to get Jason back, but it fell on deaf ears. Kyra wanted to know, like, you told Liz you chose 2 weeks ago, but that ain't how you brought it to me. See, Kyra is reading these men's actions. He ain't chose Liz if he's still up in my face wanting me to choose. And so Jason admitted, he was like, yeah, it's been a lot of conversations back and forth, and I did just tell Liz that to be saying it. Don't do that. Don't tell me no shit just to be saying it. Tell me the truth. You would have did better saying, like, look, I was still going between you and Kyra, but at the ranch, I said it's going to be you. Like, tell the truth. Just be honest. So he was honest with Kyra, but the main part of the conversation, because Kyra still want to go back and forth of, well, people don't want to respect that I need to take the time to choose. And he was like, you can take all the time you want to, boo. I already got Liz. I made my choice. So take all the time you want with AJ, but I made my choice. And that's what you have to do. You can't expect people to sit up on your clock. People ain't got to sit by your clock. Sometimes you do all that waiting, manipulating, want to be the mastermind and the picker, and then you end up not getting chose because you play too much. And I honestly felt back when Kyra, and I ain't like that episode when they had to bring their exes, but I feel like back when Kyra brought her ex on the thing, and the ex started talking about how Kyra blows through her finances, and like I said, that's her money. I felt like that question shouldn't have been asked, but since it was asked and it was put on the table, I felt like that's when Jason kind of lost interest with Kyra, because Jason, I'm about to say something bad. Jason seemed like he was friends. What's his name? Juan Dixon, Potomac, Robin's husband. He feel like, Jason used to play basketball, so I'm sure he has basketball money from when he played overseas, and if he played in NBA. I'm sure he stacked a little bit of coins, because I saw them diamonds on his neck. So I'm sure he stacked a little bit of coins, and he was like, Kyra ain't about to Robin Dixon me. She ain't about to fool la around and all my money and lose all my money. Because, see, I'm a teacher now. I'm on a reasonable salary. So what I got stacked is stacked. She ain't about to fool la and lose all my... That's bad. This ain't got nothing to do with Robin Dixon over there on Potomac. But that's where it took me. It was like, he ain't about to let Kyra lose all his basketball money. But moving on. That's just where I felt like Jason kind of lost interest for Kyra. And really went into Liz, because Liz is CEO. She got her own finances, and it looked like, okay, we got our own money and we come together and have us a good time. But let's get off the money. The conversation, the main part of the conversation that I respect Jason for, he was like, well, Kyra, what do you want? Because we sitting here going back and forth, and I already made my choice. You're not about to change my mind. What do you want from me? Like, Kyra, if you wanted Jason, girl, you got to put on your big girl panties. You can't just keep coming out with these string bikinis and bodycon dresses and think because you got body yada yada that these men just gonna choose you. You got a little bit of Lexus in you. It ain't any man to want to fuck. You don't want to be fucked. You want to be chose for a relationship. You got to do more than just put your physical out there. You should have came to Jason vulnerable, humble, and honest and said, Jason, I like you. I want to pick you. I want to see where a relationship with us can go. I messed up at the ranch by not making a choice because I just wanted to play around with both of my options, but I really wanted to be with you, and it hurt me that you chose Liz over me. And you should have put it all on the table and been like, well, what's up? What I want is to be with you. Do you still want to be with me? Bitch, I guarantee you, if you would have put that shit out there to Jason like that, the way Jason be looking at you, and I know Jason wanted you, because he was honest enough to tell you, yeah, I said that to Liz, but I didn't mean it. If you would have been vulnerable and honest, I think Jason would have said, well, fuck that white rose. I don't know. It's more of that what ifs. It's a lot of what ifs. And I feel like y'all not being honest on this show. That's why I can't wait to see the reunion. I feel like Jason would have picked you, girl, but you messed it up. Sometimes you got to let your guard down and be truthful with people and vulnerable with people and humble. And not feel like you the queen of everything, because now you got to go home with AJ. I know you don't want AJ. It's very clear. When y'all were at that little gathering with all the couples, y'all look so awkward. Matter of fact, it looked like a manufactured act like action. Y'all play like couple type of scene. But you and AJ couldn't even fake the funk. The whole time, you know, Jason over there stealing Liz's shrimp. Oh, you show my shrimp, boo. You know how much I like shrimp. And you know, Liz is putting it on thick because she already like, I got him, girl. This better not turn into no Reva and Mario situation at the reunion. I'm going to be pissed. Like, Jason, if you hurt my girl Liz, I might have to tweet you 1 or 2 times, and I don't even do that. But Kyra was giving them the death stare like, he's supposed to be taking my shrimp. You know, I don't know what's going to happen. Next week, they meeting the parents, and I don't know why they... Can we just get to the reunion, Tommy? How many episodes y'all order? How long we got to go through this? That's the end of it. Y'all get in the comments and let me know. Y'all think Kyra played herself? I think she played herself. I think she held her cards too close, and she wasn't willing to put nothing down on the table, and now she's stuck with AJ. I feel like, I don't know what I feel. It's a lot of what ifs out there. But now that I see her having to be with AJ, it's very clear she don't want him. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Another happy Father's Day, and I will see you all next week for the parents. Bye.